Okay, so where should we go? Should we see our client or should we go see a magic show?
I feel like this is one of those things where going to one is gonna make us need to go to the other one, but I want to go to the Coliseum first.
Pokemon Coliseum.
Pokemon Coliseum.
We'll get our Eevee evolutions.
I was gonna say I just learned today that one of the main inspirations for the Pokemon franchise was Dragon Quest V specifically. I didn't know that.
For the Pokemon franchise?
Yeah.
Was Dragon Quest... Did they already have 5 out by then?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was out like for the SNES.
Pokemon was out during SNES era.
Yeah. Dragon Quest. I mean, 5 is the DS one is going to come
Okay, 1992. Yeah, okay. Fair. I mean, there's a lot of inspirations for Pokemon.
Yeah.
And the biggest one is bugs as a concept.
Yeah. But like you can recruit that's the first Dragon Quest where you can recruit monsters.
Fair. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure Megami Tensei had added some entries by then. And that was recruiting monsters, so demons or something.
Something.
Like Pokemon was hardly a pioneer in that regard. It was a pioneer in other ways, but
yeah. It's just like I feel like the game industry back then was such a tight knit community. I'm sure that it was like it was just like the same 6 people like making like games. I mean, you would know because you read the history of gaming.
It was actually very competitive back then. That's why it was such a big deal with Chrono Trigger to have people from Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy work on the same thing. Nobody dreamed that like rival companies. So like I feel like it's actually more collaborative now than it was then.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't know. Like you are the one that has a lot of video game history knowledge.
Yeah, especially
I'm just speaking from like what I assume. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It was like there's a reason. Like I'm not sure if you know this or not, but old video games, the credits usually had fake names, had pseudonyms for everybody.
Yeah.
Because the companies didn't want competitors to know who made the games, so those people wouldn't get scouted to those companies.
Yeah.
That's how cutthroat competitive it was. So in that regard, not necessarily you don't have a lot of bleed over. On the other hand, there is some people, like there is one programmer that programmed like 90% of the games from like the 80s and under pseudonyms everywhere and for different companies, and it's just some random dude. He's been interviewed a little bit. He hates to be in public or interact with people, so
yeah, I can imagine.
He's just a programmer.
You don't get into the game industry to be a celebrity.
Well, and he was a programmer who, by the way, did machine code for everything. Not because he was told to, because he preferred to work in machine code. Which is wild to me. Like, how? Like, I'm not sure.
I just prefer to work in machine code.
For
no big deal.
Like, I'm sure some people don't know what machine code is. Machine code is what the computer uses is the computer's code. Like it's
whereas,
not
like humans have if then statements. Computers like don't need that.
Yeah, machine code is not meant to be understandable by people. That's why we have programming languages that are kind of the translators into it.
Yeah.
But like this was one of the weird savants that could like look at machine code and be like, "Oh, I know what this does."
Big Matrix energy.
And Toriyama had an influence on Pokemon too. Toriyama had an influence on, at this point, like a majority at least of the game industry.
Yeah,
to some degree.
Life, Toriyama like fundamentally changed the way that we look at art.
Like Dragon Quest, the first Dragon Quest game is what the game that created tile sets for video games. I mean, Toriyama had a hand in that. And like, tile sets are used in like nowadays still in 2D games, and arguably in a way probably inspired things used in 3D games because it's an efficiency thing. But back then it was a necessity. That's how games like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were able to be so big on such a tiny cartridge, is because of tile sets.
Yeah, because you would just have like you would just have like 3 or 4 images that you would reuse multiple times, as opposed to like hundreds of unique assets.
Yeah, so in a way, Toriyama being one of the kind of one of the founding fathers of the RPG genre, influenced not only the entire genre, all of it going forward, because he worked on the first one, but also other genres because they all started to bleed into each other. And games like Legend of Zelda only could exist because of tile sets.
Rest in power.
So yeah, no, Toriyama is possibly a bigger legend for video games than Miyamoto. So
boom. Somebody overlay the Vine boom sound.
Boom. Boom. I mean, I'll stand by that. I feel like the only people that would argue with me don't really know enough about game history. Miyamoto did do a lot, though. I'm not trying to undersell him. I'm just saying Toriyama is one of the like top people.
Yeah.
Also in anime. So
yeah.
And we have modern translations, or anime exists at an international level partly very much due to Dragon Ball Z, which is due to Toriyama. So But okay, let's enough stroking Toriyama's ego. I'm sure he's enjoying it wherever he is. Last time.
Woohoo! This is it, Apollo, the place where magic and dreams converge.
The Velvet Room?
Yeah. What is the quote for the Velvet Room? Where mind and body or something?
Mind meets matter, where I think there's something about dreams, is it? Between dreams and
in reality?
No, that's
subconscious, maybe?
Oh God.
Welcome to the Velvet Room, where dreams...
A place that exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
Dream and reality, mind and matter. That's what it is.
Okay, crap. I gotta switch tabs again.
Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent.
What about the case? Is this Uncle Valent? Crap. You know what? I was totally thinking Wario or Waluigi, probably Waluigi.
Yeah.
Crap. I'm here. I don't even know why I'm looking at this point, because it's just Waluigi. This is Waluigi.
Only a performer lives like that.
The young Miss Trucy. How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. However, I am Igor.
Cool name came in right when we started Waluigi laughing.
Welcome, cool name, to the Wabbit room.
The Wabbit room.
I'm so sorry, cool name. I hope you're doing well. Old Beck in Wario cosplay. No, Old Beck would be in Waluigi cosplay, and I can picture it, and I hate it. It's like my brain is foreverly like I took psychic damage that reduced my max hit points.
Yeah, it gave you 4 levels of exhaustion.
Oh God, how many is death? Is it 5 or 6?
6. But at 4, your HP is halved. So that's why I said 4.
Old Beck. You could draw. If you want to draw that cursed cool name, I cannot stop you. But
Well, Valiant is dressed in Waluigi colors. Like if you look at him.
those are Wario colors.
Oh, I meant Wario. Yeah, sorry. Waluigi's purple and blues.
Is it blue? I see the purple. I mean, he has a yellow L on his hat.
Wah.
How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was... Oh, I read this line.
Uncle Valiant, how's it going?
Introducing max HP to... Yeah, shady. It'll cost it. I'm not commissioning that cool name. That's up to you if you want to unleash that. The OG Pixar, you can download the sprite and change it.
Oh, I might do that just for fun.
Again, I can't stop anybody from unleashing, like, horrible things upon the universe. And I'm not here to be a hero, so...
I'm glad to see you, too.
Of course you are! Listen, Dark Data, I'm not here to be a hero. I'm not commissioning anybody to not unleash horrible things upon the universe. The internet exists. There's enough horrible stuff already out there. Humility is definitely not one of his strong traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck.
Well, name that's up to you if you want to draw Waluigi and Preg. Again, I'm not paying either way.
Don't give in to terrorist demands.
It's going to hurt you just as much as it hurts me. So, like, if you want to do that to me, like...
And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. I mean, I'm already broken two cool name. We can both play at that game. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles, such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn. Here on stage by my hand.
Magnifi's. Magnifi Grammary.
Is that what we're asking?
Do you think that's Lamarar, or do you think that's...
My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Grammary, was a true deity among magicians. I mean, he said deity, not Deatrix.
Deatrix, yeah, I was going to say it's not her then. It wasn't Deatrix. Deatrix.
As awful it is, I kind of just wish all every like thing that can be gendered is gendered into a female RIX at the end, just because it feels like cursed. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows.
Shattered, cool name.
He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience.
How do you do wheelies in the air? Are you doing a flip? Are you doing a...
Yeah, I don't know. And then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound.
Okay, Trucy, you were on drugs. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Grammary Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land.
I was gonna say, was he like, did he like sign like an NDA or was he like legally not able to do the tricks because the copyright law or something?
Was he just in jail for 7 years?
Maybe.
You see, I sawed a person in half, and I guess that was illegal.
Yeah, so they gave me 7 years in prison.
They gave me 14, but I sawed that in half too. When I escaped. With magic.
I was gonna say when I got off on good behavior. He sawed it off by good behavior.
I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. And that law was no homicides.
That'll do it.
7 years. That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it?
And why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy.
I was right.
Okay, what are you doing?
The big magic show. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Grammary Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Trucy, we just talked about this.
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. I didn't expect you to discuss these topics in this order. This show and this honor should have been his.
Daddy.
Mr. Right? My co-magician in training, Zach Grammary. That terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valiant Grammary, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valiant. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she?
Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnifi's magic relied on an incredible innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? I read that really weird. Intellectual property, maybe? I still don't know how you wanted me to read that, to be honest.
Oh.
Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Grammary was the inheritor of the Grammary Miracle.
Daddy.
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago when he died. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period... Oh, no. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time...
Apologist wanted to speak with the same amount of pomp and circumstance.
They're considered legally deceased, correct? Is that... I mean, I guess.
I think the length of time depends on the country.
Yeah, I don't know for US or Japan what that length of time is. In all absoluteness, those rolled up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Oh, oops, I accidentally clicked it.
Oh, sorry. I'm assuming it differs by state, but not to dox ourselves, but our stay is very short.
A day.
If only.
You go missing for a day. Oh, they're dead.
They're dead. Yeah, I truly, I do think if I say it on stream, it would dox us. So I don't know if you care to know or not.
Fair. I mean, it wasn't that long in Wilson.
Castaway.
He was what, months? 6 months, I think, or something like that.
It's definitely more than 6 months for us. So.
Though I wonder if the legal limit is different. That if like loved ones can after a certain amount of time be like, we're assuming them dead and doing a funeral.
Yeah. I do think that that's probably fair. Like, I don't think that the law would stop a family from choosing to grieve whenever they feel ready to do so. You know?
Yeah, but I guess in the systems, and as far as the government systems and stuff, they would still be considered alive until a certain point.
Yeah, so I guess in Japanifornia, it's 7 years.
Is that true?
Or
like it really is?
Region.
Oh, Japanifornia.
I'm saying in the Japanifornia in the game, yeah.
Yeah. You're lying, Trucy, there. I never got.
Yeah, I said it in passing. I said,
Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it. This past spring, April, May to be precise, was the time. Sorry, I had to make that reference.
Oh, April, May.
April, May is in the third manga, but not as an actual character, just as a concept in somebody's mind.
The concept in somebody's mind? What does that even mean?
There's a place, one of the cases centers around fortune telling, and there's all these different fortune tellers that are at this one place. There's 5 different fortune tellers, and one of the fortune tellers is what was it called? It's called Thong Fortunes, and so Phoenix Wright is trying to imagine who would be running, or what Thong Fortunes are like, and just pictures April May in a thong. But the thong has Japanese, like the little fortune slips, the symbols they have on those. It has the symbols on it. You know, the little Japanese fortunes, little papers.
Yeah.
It has the symbols from those on the thong that April May is wearing.
That's actually very funny.
She's otherwise not in it, and I was super confused when I first started the book and I saw at the back where they show a bunch of characters' profiles that showed April May. I was like, they brought April May back, and no, she's not actually in it. She's just in that one thing. But they do, in the translator notes, mention that it's April May. So
they just really wanted to add that in.
I'm like, why? Is that the only character you could think of to put in a thong? Like,
yeah. I mean, as far as like characters in the Phoenix Wright series who I can see wearing thongs, it ends
up not being about that type of thong. So you'd assume what?
No, I just assumed that the April May would be the one person too.
I don't know. I feel like Phoenix should have imagined it was Old Bag, but I guess I don't want to see that. But no, it means thong, like the part of the whip, and they didn't realize that.
Oh, okay. So that it was Francisca.
No, but she was the substitute.
Mm.
She was the substitute fortune teller, and she didn't tell any fortunes. Anybody that came in for a fortune that actually paid money for a fortune, she whipped them till they left. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed to me.
Yeah, so according to the Ritsumeikan Law Review article, the Civil Code Article 30 of the Japanese law system says that presumption of death needs to take at least 7 years. But like it's at least 7, and there have been many instances in which they don't grant at 7. So
it may, if there's evidence that they still might be alive or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I just did a perfunctory search, and that's what I saw specifically about Japan.
This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself.
I thought he said that there wasn't a will.
No, Magnifi's will.
Her father was formal will.
Her father was Zach Grammary.
Oh, it was supposed to go to Zach, but in absence.
Yeah, Magnifi passed it to Zach, and then Zach's been missing for 7 years, so now it passed to Valant.
Ah, gotcha. That's how it worked? Is that how it works, Apollo?
Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing permanently. I'm assuming that's like Latin or something. Absentia?
Yeah, absent. It's the same root.
I know what it would mean. I don't know how to say it. I assume it's Latin.
Yeah. It's absentia.
Absentia. I'll use that more in my day-to-day speech.
Absentia.
And now I shall go absentia.
Etc. Pro bono.
Ew, you can't say that on a stream.
You could say that I'm pro bono. I am doing this pro bono.
I'm doing this con bono.
Con. What does that even mean?
With Bono, I guess?
I don't like that I had to say daddy after talking about con and pro bono. But I guess I do that. I did that to myself.
I mean, you could have said it before, but...
I know.
Present something, examine something, move.
We don't have anything to present. Oh, the tickets, I guess. I don't think he's going to do anything.
A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Why would you want to... The tickets to your show.
The tickets to your show. What are you doing?
Very well. Give it to me. No thanks. Are all magicians like this?
Apollo, what's that look just now? What was that look just now?
I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician.
The letter, I guess, that we got?
I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why, that bears the Grammary seal. It evolves into the Grammary dugong.
But not the Grammary Walrein.
Spheal.
Well, Spheal is the Pokemon, but it evolves into, what is it? What's the middle evolution?
Celio.
Celio, that's what it is.
It's almost as dumb of a name as Seal, but not quite.
Yeah.
Seal might be the worst Pokemon name in existence, in my opinion, but also factually.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Which is unfortunate because Seal and Celio, and well, the Spheal line and Seal line are like my favorite Pokemons.
Dugong is nice looking.
They're nice looking. Yeah, I'm not talking about like good Pokemon. Like, just pretty.
I think the Spheal line, I think it kind of disappoints me with how it ends up. I feel like it should have kept the ball thing.
Yeah, it's weird that they got
Wolverine's
like, why
just
was it
a
a
walrus.
ball?
It's literally
Yeah.
just a walrus.
Why did it start off as a ball but then not keep the ball motif? That's such a bizarre choice.
The ball part is the part that makes Sveal interesting, and it's not just a seal; it's a ball too.
Spherical seal, yeah.
And then they're just like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, it doesn't feel like it was. Like, it feels like somebody else designed the evolutions separately.
Yeah. If anything, it's like one of those things where, like, I feel like it's probably they meant something like akin to like Primarina, but like a clown type thing, where like it would like do bubbles and it'll like juggle the bubbles or something.
Yeah, I guess Wolverine definitely doesn't have that. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like I feel like that's where I would have imagined it going.
Yeah. Listen, everybody go watch Drawfee. Julia has drawn Sveal 3 different times, not knowing what his Sveal is, and each time has been gloriously awful.
She do be forgetting what she drew.
I think
she knows. Yeah, she knows the bit by now.
Well, yeah, but it's not like the second and third time she was told to draw Sveal. It was like, here, draw this Pokemon based off of its Dex entry.
Mm-hmm.
And like draw this Pokemon based off its Dex entry that was put through a bunch of languages and back into English.
Yeah.
And like, so she didn't know it was the same one every time. And each time it was just awful in a different way.
They just keep giving her Sveal without telling her.
But I will agree, she does know, she has to at this point know that Pokemon don't look like old humans.
Yeah.
Like, I accept she doesn't know what the Pokemon actually look like, but, like, she has to know that no Pokemon actually just looks like an old businessman.
Yeah, like a middle-aged businessman with a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, but she does it anyways. And so I accept that. I accept that in terms of that bit, like, she goes with that. But I do believe she also doesn't know what it looks like at all, and maybe doesn't quite get what the Pokemon style does look like.
Yeah.
Not that that's really that tight anymore. Now that they're not all designed by
Ken Sugimori.
Ken Sugimori. I was going to say his last name wrong, so I struggled. So I hesitated. The information. Make Wolverine become Balrain. Yeah, see, no. I think if they did go like a Primarina route, it would be a little more interesting. Even though I don't like Primarina, but that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind Primarina. I don't like Poplio. Primarina's fine.
Yeah.
But also, it's interesting that you like, because you don't like the ocean, but you like
ocean I Pokemon. Know, right? Yeah. No, for those of you, I can't even say it because I'm already getting like anxious thinking about it. For those of you who don't know this about me, like, this is truly not a bit. I am like, I have like a phobia of plesiosaurs specifically. Like, it doesn't matter if they're represent. Well, that's what I mean, right? Isn't that weird?
I knew you have like
about it.
Thalassophobia, I think, is fear of like.
I do. I am thalassophobic for sure. Like, I'm afraid of the ocean and like the deep ocean and stuff. But like, just the even if they're like friendly shaped, like if they're like they unnerve me. Like, I am unnerved by the concept of plesiosaurs.
Loch Ness
Monster. I am unnerved. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster. I was genuinely afraid of the Loch Ness Monster being under my bed growing up.
Was Lapras make you uncomfortable?
Lapras do be making me a little uncomfortable, but like in most games, they're not that big. Because Pokemon is like, they can be big, but like, you know what I mean? Like, Pokemon proportions are never really that like hyper realistic.
Yeah.
So like she's just a little goober, you know? Like I wouldn't be afraid of a plesiosaur if it was like smaller than me.
Would you be afraid of Gigantamax Lapras?
I haven't seen Gigantamax Lapras, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, it's cool. But it's also gigantic. And also it's cool as in like neat, not just cool as in cold.
Oh, yeah, because it's ice type. I got it.
The popular ones are sweeties, Dirk Data. Well, I accept that everybody has different tastes. I don't like starter Pokemon that have a lot of white on them. Like, I feel like they're unfinished being colored in. And Popplio is one of those. Like, Score Bunny is another one.
That's fair. I can see that.
It feels too, like, vanilla for me. For my Stick side of me to watch you play Subnautica.
Oh, you wouldn't. You would never see me playing Subnautica.
I've thought of playing Subnautica, but
I've seen playthroughs of Abzu, and I'm terrified of it. Not even playing the game, just watching people play the game. Like, people tell me that there's nothing that can attack you in that game, and that it's still scary to me. Like, I'd be playing Abzu on stream as if I was playing Subnautica.
Oh,
like, that's how scared I would be.
Things in Subnautica will attack you.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'd be playing Abzu as if everything's gonna attack me.
I watched most of the playthrough of Subnautica. I don't know what it's classified as, but I'd say it's at least light horror. I don't know if it's considered horror.
Yeah.
Then again, the person I watch also played on the hardcore mode, where if you die, you die permanently.
Like, you die in real life.
And he was playing it blind. He didn't die. He got through the entire playthrough without dying blind. But he had some close calls, and they were very scary.
Dark Data, as far as what you're saying, like, I feel like this is like such a Gen 1er of me, but like, I do feel like in general, even like most starters past like Ruby and Sapphire started just getting very over designed, which inherently
Venusaur is pretty complex of a design.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think, like, it sounds like a gen. Like one is like there's some pretty like Blastoise is like the cannons are like a bit weird, right? Because like nothing indicated that it was gonna get cannons before. Like,
well, that's I'm not sure if you've seen all the
it
beta
wasn't
stuff.
It wasn't supposed to be.
There was a final stage for Wartortle that looked more like Wartortle.
I would have preferred that, to be honest. And I love, like, Squirtle's my favorite of the first gen.
I mean, in terms of simplicity, Gen 2 I think has the simplest designs, but I think they're very solid. Well, two of them are simple designs and very solid. One of them is not simple and not very solid. But
so, yeah, I mean,
sorry
I know
to
how
all
much you hate Meganium.
Excuse me, that was my baby.
No, I know. I said it specifically because I knew.
Listen, give Fair Alligator his O back at least.
Yeah.
I get there was a character limit. You could have changed it after. Nobody would have complained and been like, "What do you mean they changed the spelling?"
Yeah, I agree. The drums are like, it's like too much of like a human trait, like, because then it begs the question, right? Like, did Grookey have a final evolution until it like got to civilization and understood what drums were? You know?
I assume the drums come from it when it evolves, kind of like Kadabra and Alakazam just like generate spoons.
I don't like that.
Like,
that makes me very uncomfortable.
I don't usually get bothered by that. I'm a little weirded out by Kamala's little like wood stump, but that's mainly because I heard somebody with the theory that that's the actual Pokemon.
Yeah, I've seen that theory because that's the part that's shiny is their biggest argument.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, that's not how any of this works.
I mean, it could be. It's Pokemon.
I mean, it could be. It's Pokemon, but
have you ever seen a Kamala open its eyes?
No, but we've established that, like, is it Revroll or whatever? Like the dung beetle one. Like, the shiny part of that is the dung ball. It's not the beetle, and we're not gonna say that the dung ball is the Pokemon.
Is it not? I thought it was implied there's something inside that dung ball that's.
No, when it evolves, when it evolves, it has like an orb with like life in it. So it might, because dung beetles lay their eggs in it. So like there's eggs inside of the dung ball.
Well, it's not dung, it's
like,
mud.
Well, yeah. So that's fair. It's mud, but if the basis of it, like that's what dung beetles do. They roll a ball of dung and then they lay their eggs inside the ball of dung. So like if then that just adds too many questions, right? Because when you hatch one of those bugs, they already have a mud ball, right? So like they can't have eggs inside of an egg. That's exception.
Is Kangaskhan is the baby in the pouch the actual Pokemon?
Oh god!
And it's just controlling the corpse of its parents.
Yeah. I hate it.
I mean, there's a Wobbuffet thing, but I think the Wobbuffet thing is true. I
absolutely think the Wobbuffet thing is true.
Like, it makes sense with everything that's a false body.
Yeah. Yeah. The Wobbuffet thing is 100% true. Kangaskhan, I feel like you're just trying to make a creepypasta. Exception. Yeah. I hate the fact that you're capitalizing on that.
Chansey is the Pokemon the egg?
No! She feeds the eggs to other Pokemon. She has a infinite resource of egg in
because
there.
Maybe she wants to be fed to them. She's a parasite.
She wants to be bored.
And then she that's how it goes to the next stage of life, and then bursts out of the Pokemon a new Chansey. I wonder what Softboiled is doing then. But yeah, I do get the not liking the object. There's some point where we just kind of have had to accept it because it's more and more common to have an object.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think the object's really well done. Like, I really like the anchor. Crap, what's his name? Delmise. Where the anchor isn't the Pokemon.
Yeah, it's the moss that's on it.
But it gets an ability that gives it steel type, offensively.
Yeah.
I think that one's done well. But it does beg the question, how do they lay eggs that have anchors? But I don't think about that. Like, you can't think about how the eggs work, because Kangaskhan lays an egg that has a Kangaskhan with a baby in it.
Yeah. Well, you've been a big proponent of the whole Game Freak has established that they're not really eggs, they're more like baskets or cradles.
Yeah, but I don't know whether I fully believe that.
Yeah.
I just love that line because that line is so ridiculous.
Yeah. Uncle Valent, is something wrong?
Trucy, where did you get this?
Huh? Daddy gave it to me.
Your daddy, my partner Zach Gramery.
No. My other daddy, Phoenix Wright.
Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy?
Your Lord Daddy?
Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole kink thing a bit.
Oh, I get it. It's probably like what is it? I forget how to say dad in Japanese, but like ba. I'm assuming it's ba-chan. Like, so it's like ba-sama or something like that. Like, and they had to translate it to Lord Daddy. I do think that they could have done something like Toxtricity, where like maybe like he like banged on his like chest as if it were drums.
Toxtricity makes me uncomfortable though. I don't like those things on its chest.
Yeah. But I'm saying like something like that, right? Because like gorillas already bangs on their chest.
Yeah.
So like it wouldn't be
it
wouldn't be unknown. It would have been like
it just has drum boobs.
No, don't give it drum boobs.
Bongo boobs.
Don't give it bongo boobs.
It'd be so good. They're cowards. They're absolute cowards.
It would be good, but it would also be terrible. We'd all be complaining about the bongo boobs.
Listen, they actively make Pokemon that are sexualized now. So like,
yeah, give it a drum belly. Like, there's literally a move called belly drum.
Well, that's the third drum.
And then the bongos up top, and then the belly is a snare or something. So like,
you're just making it better. I don't know why you're complaining. We contact Pal World. They would do it. If the only reason Pal World hasn't done that is they haven't thought of it. Like,
yeah. Listen, Pal World, if you hear it, you just give it a nod, their name a nod to my handle, and then we'll be set.
I don't need any reference. They can just do that, and I just take joy in the fact that it exists. I don't care that I didn't get credit.
Humana gunga boongo.
Hamana gunga bongos.
Hamma gunga bunga.
I don't. But Bungilla. No, I was trying to think of what you call it. Bongo gorilla. Bongorilla.
Bongorilla.
Bongrilla. You take out the O. Bongrilla.
Yeah, Bongrilla. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That actually
I
sounds
feel like that's a Pal World name.
No, that's not a Pal World. A Pal World name would be Drum Monkey. Like
drum key.
Literally, the knockoff Latios is just called Jet Dragon. Pal World doesn't have created names.
No, you're right. I forgot all about Jet Dragon.
The signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramery.
What? Daddy signed this? Bazongorilla. Oh, because of bazongas. Oh, that's good. Because of the boobs.
Yeah, but that would... Pokemon wouldn't be that... I don't know. They wouldn't make a reference like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, you already established a Pal World would just literally just be like,
enough.
Yeah, Drum Monkey.
Gorilla with bongos. That is that is the Pal World name.
Gorilla with bongos.
Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder?
Oh, it's probably a
small bit of crack.
A tiny bit of crack cocaine. I think that's why he's afraid.
Wait, are we opening? Oh no, we're just pointing out this. I think.
Yeah. No, we already looked at that.
Well, there's nothing else to look at.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything. We already saw it.
It opened this up though automatically.
Oh, did it? We already saw it. I guess.
Okay.
Maybe.
It let me exit out, so maybe it was just like in case you didn't look. Might want to check it out.
I guess so. Well, we've done everything we can, so.
Yeah, she doesn't have a new point. I doubt there's anything to examine. Oh, we can't go straight to the jail. We have to go here first. Hey, Lord Daddy.
Hey, Lord Daddy.
Bye, Lord Daddy.
Bye, Lord Daddy.
That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes!
Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand here pretending he doesn't see us.
No, I could see you. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. Then why don't you get angry?
Have a good night, Dark Data.
Have a good night, Dark Data. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your Hamana Gunga Bongos.
Hamana Gunga Bunga. Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you. Oh, guard!
Who shouts, "Oh, waiter"?
Yeah, I don't know who shouts that.
Even rude people, like you look for your waiter, and you're not gonna be standing right behind you.
Is our client going to be much longer?
What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet?
Huh?
Oh, did not recognize the meme? I didn't recognize the meme. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dark Data.
Yeah, I definitely didn't recognize the meme either. Oh,
she's been here for 20 minutes.
She's been there the entire time. Eek!
And the guard's just been like watching us just sit here while she's like kind of hiding over there a little.
I like her though. Like that half of what I see, I like.
The other half you won't. It's gonna be all Phantom of the Opera. That's gonna be the gross half.
Oh, I'd like that half better then. That's character.
Well, where'd you come from?
Where'd you go?
I'll be sure to check it out, Data. Thank you. Well, anyway, please have a seat.
Oh, she's cute.
Wait till you see the third half.
I'm nervous, Apollo.
It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? Make sound.
That's right. Okay.
I'm the amazing Mr. Hot. And she's gone. But
Eek! She passed out.
Miss Magic Underwear might have a better bet. Might have been a better bet.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
It's really not any better. Oh, she's awake again.
Do you want to offer her some magic tickets?
Before we even talk to her?
Yeah. Hey, do you want to go to a magic show later today?
That's not the...
They cost $70.
Is that what it said?
I think so. Yeah,
I mean, that's
$70 a ticket.
That's not that surprising. Yeah, you're at those like the biggest stadium in the city. Like,
yeah, in 2025, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the concert like? $80 to $100 anyways. Like,
yeah. Well, I would say like
concerts, but
well, because it looks like from what I remember from last episode, it was like front row, right? They're like VIP tickets.
Well, then that's ridiculously cheap. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's very cheap. $70 for like VIP tickets, if I remember correctly. If I don't, then I don't. You know.
See this here? Does it ring any bells? Does anything I say ring anything? Well, I'll ring something.
Can't ring my bell.
Start with.
I feel like none of these are gonna do anything. So just your name.
So what's your name? What's your name? All right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice.
And I'm Trucy Wright.
I know. This is getting nowhere fast.
The case.
Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately?
Well, the other day, this tourist from out of town stopped asking for directions.
Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Hi! Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? You and me standing here like this? Are you from Tennessee? I love it. I don't have to say anything else. And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? Okay, Cancer, I got it. I don't know. I don't know what sign would be quiet and reserved.
I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo.
No, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little bit better now.
You did good, Apollo. Look, she's doing her nails.
What? Are nails more important than defense? Is that it? What is that you're showing me? What do you mean doing her nails?
Yeah, what is like? That's just like it's like a crystal hand.
I wouldn't even say it's a glove. Like, let's go, Trucy. It's ugly anyway.
Who's is this me?
I'm assuming that's her. But sure is you.
Excuse me.
Really?
Oh, that was her. Excuse me. Could you read this?
Sure. Oh, bye, girl. I feel like a teenager on a first date. And this is the love letter we passed from desk to desk at the school.
Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo.
It looks like a business card with a name and address. It says, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" How do
Apollo writes?
I'm gonna fill both boxes. Just to be sure.
The name is.
That's
you.
Vera Misham.
Vera Misham.
The address is for Drew Studio. Is that the guy that making pudding at 4 a.m? Oh no, that's Stu Pickles.
Oh, Drew Pickles.
That's Stu Pickles. All right.
Stu Pickles.
Drew Pickles was
Angelica's brother.
Angelica's dad.
Yeah. Who I don't know if he features in the new show.
Does he not?
I know Phil and Lil's mom is a lesbian.
I mean, she kind of always was, but
yeah, but like she's like with a woman in the new ones.
Yeah.
Howard's only reference as a flavor of coffee at her coffee shop because she owns a coffee shop in the new one.
Oh, did she grind him into coffee?
Maybe, but like it's like literally it's just like Howard's blend or something like that, or Howard's coffee. I forget the exact thing. But yeah, like he's not
that girl from Pandora's Tower. Oh God, I've heard Pandora's Tower mentioned in forever, Shady.
I love that game. That game was so fun.
Oh, you played it too?
Yeah.
It was my favorite of the Operation Rainfall trilogy, or not trilogy, trio.
I don't know what else would be in that trilogy.
The Last Story and this unknown game called Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh.
I like Pandora's Tower more than Xenoblade Chronicles. I know that might be a hot take, but...
Like the original one?
Yeah, one. On the Wii.
With Shulk?
Yes.
What?
What?
How? What?
What are you?
And then from there, I'm confused because it's Last Story, which I know, right? That's the one with that weird battle mechanic where like every limb could be attacked separately. Is that like a thing?
I don't think so.
Last Story thinking of Vagrant Story.
I think you must be thinking of that. That doesn't sound like Last Story. Last Story was like, I think, a tactical game.
Mm-hmm. Then Pandora's Tower and then Xenoblade Chronicles. What ties all three of those together?
Operation Rainfall. On the Wii, Nintendo was not localizing many JRPGs, and a lot of JRPG fans kind of got fed up of all the JRPGs that weren't being localized. And so those three ones in particular, fans band together for Operation Rainfall, an online petition to try to get Nintendo to localize them. And after campaigning for like I don't know, a year or two, and like getting millions of signatures, Nintendo finally announced they'd be localizing all three. That's Operation Rainfall. And that's the reason that Xenoblade characters all had British accents is because Nintendo wasn't going to localize it in Operation Rainfall. We don't hard evidence Operation Rainfall is the reason they were localized, but it seems likely. And so it was a quick job localization that to save on money they didn't bother doing a separate American voice acting. They just used the British.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because I know that Pandora's Tower they had British accents too.
Yeah, all of them were kind of quick port jobs in that regard, but that's what unifies the three of them. And Xenoblade Chronicles was the only one that was popular enough that they ended up making it into a franchise. And nothing, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm not saying anything negative about this Xenoblade. It's just I like Pandora's Tower even more.
Pandora's Tower is fantastic.
I've replayed it twice so far. I would like to do it a third time.
Yeah.
The mechanics felt very unique, and the story and world was very interesting, and I liked the romancing monster girl, and I liked how if I screwed up and took too long, she got kind of monstrous, and I had to fix it.
Yeah, and she would get more ravenous when she was eating the monster parts.
Yeah. I know you like Last Story, Shady. We played it together. We played all three together. Me and Shady did. So, Last Story is my least favorite of the three. I didn't dislike it, but I never really got into it at the same level. So,
yeah. I mean, again, I don't think. I'm gonna look it up because clearly I thought it was Vegan's story.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did play this game. Not very long, but I did play it.
Yeah.
Like it was like there's like a ring mechanic, like where you can like throw the rings at enemies or something. I vaguely remember.
I guess it's been a long time. I just know that I played through the whole thing, and outside of a couple lines that's me and Shady memed for a while, there wasn't really much that stuck with me personally.
I remember one of the earlier battles was like a hyper-realistic Bengal tiger.
Okay.
I
remember. I remember the tiger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like vague memories.
Game of Tanking Simulator. Yeah. I mean, I'd be willing to give it another try someday, but I'm not sure I'd dig out my Wii to do so. Like, obviously, I can find other means. If it got any sort of port, I'd consider it, depending on price and what the port adds. But out of the three, it was not the one that stuck with me. And Pandora's Tower is the only one that I played more than once on original hardware. Well, kind of original hardware. I played it a second time on Wii U. Because I actually bought it a second time on Wii U. That's how much I like Pandora's Tower.
Whoa!
I bought the digital one that was like $20 off the eShop on Wii U, so I could play it on the gamepad, without having to be at the TV. Pandora's Tower. Anybody that hasn't played it, if you find a way to play Pandora's Tower, it is like, in my opinion, probably the biggest hidden gem of the Wii. And mainly because it got overshadowed by Xenoblade. So.
Yeah.
Because it came out similar timing, too. And you're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished here. That's awkward.
I wonder if Drew Studios is the scene of the crime.
Let's go find out. Meanwhile, if you had to ask me like most hidden gem of the DS, that would take forever for me to decide on something. But my brain often does like to bring up, like, go back to the game that nobody ever. I like know like one person who played, Lost Magic on the DS. It was an RPG. It It was kind of like a real time, like an RTS with RPG mechanics that you drew runes on the touchscreen to cast spells.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
So it's definitely a hidden gem for sure. My hidden gem that I tell people about the DS is the Boktai games.
That was one of the Sun one? The Sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had the Sun peripheral.
Yeah, I mean I hear people talk about that a lot, so I don't know if it's necessarily hidden, but it might be underrated, like not enough people played it. Because I didn't play it, but I was aware of it. I know a lot of people though that like want it to get some sort of like re-release. October 7th, Drew Studio. Wow, this looks like it. It looks like a studio. I like the pufferfish. I know it's not your thing, but
I mean, I don't mind fish.
I'm the total opposite with you in that I love the deep ocean, but I would die because I can't swim.
Yeah.
But like, if I could, I'd exist on there.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I like water. I do very well in water. Like I swim very efficiently. I like the fact that it's generally cooler in the water than it is outside of the water. Like I think I just have like a very big and respect for water, and like I don't belong there. So the idea of being forced to be there is like effectively giving up on existing, because I feel like it's not my element.
I feel like I do belong there. I feel like I'm mostly water.
Yeah, I mean we are.
We all came from the water. We shall all return to the water.
As crabs.
That's the ideal end goal.
That's the ideal end goal. But yeah, I don't mind the concept of fish, and I do think that.
I mean, I don't often think about puffer fish as fish, but I guess they're fish.
Yeah, what do you think they are? Just like
aliens,
sentient balloons?
Aliens.
That's fair. It's like life imitating art, or maybe it's the other way around. Put the tape on the ground there. It's a bit jarring.
Yeah. Looks like we found our crime scene.
Apollo, look at all those paintings.
Hey, don't touch those.
It's okay, I'm just looking.
With my fingers.
Look at my fingers. I like this one.
I like this one.
That's pretty good.
Nobody likes this one. Is that a giant peach?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the Momotaro story.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that was Momotaro. But that also, that peach kind of makes me uncomfortable a little with the way it's drawn.
No, it is very weirdly shaped. Apollo, look at this one.
It's Petulant.
Yeah, I was going to say Momotaro as popularized by the hit indie game Pokemon.
Looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath.
Well, that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all.
Yeah, good point. That is odd.
All the paintings have a really different style, too.
I thought I might find you two here. Oh, this is you. Dang it.
I thought I'd find you two here. Emma, long time no see. Oh? Seems like I've run into you far too often. I bet I know why you're here, too.
You know about the trial simulation tomorrow?
I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh?
We don't even know what the case is about.
Well, he was killed. The artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham. Misham and his daughter was put under arrest.
Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center.
It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know.
Oh, well, in that case, she does look like the type who could have done it by poisoning.
Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman.
Wow.
Emma.
Listen, everybody can use poison.
Yeah, there's no gender attached to poisoning. Come on, Emma. It's 2025.
Poison isn't a gendered substance. Except for arsenic.
Yeah. Arsenic is very gendered, but I won't tell you which one.
You'll never guess which one.
You'll never guess.
I'll give you 4 guesses. You still won't guess it.
I mean, there's more than 4 genders.
Well, yeah.
But poisoning. Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos.
We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. Which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the crime scene. I added crime. Okay. Or else. Oh, that's not what I expected to see over there. Cool.
Yeah, is that a frog X-ray?
I guess I did not expect to see technology when we turned the camera.
Yeah, right. It was like art. It was like painting, rustic painting, and then
that's got to be intentional because like you don't see any hint of it. It just immediately they'll cut to it like right after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I was gonna say we could examine because I'm very interested about that painting that's tucked behind the cabinet.
This? Oh, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Hey, there's a painting hidden back here.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow and you don't want anybody to see it?
You certainly seem pleased by the possibility. Huh, it's so normal. Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Yeah, Apollo, you took the words straight out of my mouth.
That's hardly something to get mad about.
This is like a starry eggplant. Eggplant? Peach. Starry peach. I apologize.
No, Eggplant is Princess Peach's brother.
Prince Eggplant?
Prince Eggplant.
I feel like there is like a video game character that's like related to Eggplant.
Kid Icarus? Pit?
Oh, Pit. You're right. It is Pit.
The eggplant wizards that turned you into an eggplant?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if Princess Peach had a sibling that was eggplant based, he'd be Prince Aubergine. You know he would be. They wouldn't call him eggplant. They'd call him Prince Aubergine.
It doesn't make any sense, but I'm just picturing somebody from like the Bean Kingdom.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think because they have a prince that I feel like deserves the title of Aubergine.
Prince Aubergine. Yeah, what's his name? It's Prince
Peasley?
Prince Peasley. That's what it is, yeah. I think so. Huh. What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind.
It looks like Van Gogh's Starry Night.
Looks like a butt.
Huh?
I'd better get a professional opinion on this.
What do you mean?
Just takes the painting.
What do you mean a professional opinion? It's literally,
I'm gonna go show Gumshoe.
Oh, it's my favorite kind of mug. The mugs with the fake mustaches on it. That's fun. Ooh, is that a color changing mug with a little mustache on it? That's iconic. That's the victim's coffee mug. Aha! So the poison was in there. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee.
I would hope so.
Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually.
What do you mean?
No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side after all. There are no sides in law, Emma. Prosecutor Gavin told us.
I was trying to look at this, but okay.
There are no laws. There's no sides in law. Everybody's on the side of justice. Apollo justice. I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use. Guess?
Did the police already analyze this cup too?
Not a trace of poison was found on that cup.
The killer was after Drew Misham alone. The poison was found in the paint. He consumed it.
I mean, is there a pun with their name other than Drew? Because he's an artist. He draws.
I mean, the Drew is definitely
he drew.
The Drew is definitely the artist.
Yeah.
If you're asking about Misham,
yeah, and Vera is like
Vera. Is it Vera? Is that
Vera Misham? Vera me, Vera you.
Well, Vera's Japanese name is Makoto.
Ooh.
Which roughly translates to sincerity, and that's why the English name is Vera, which is Latin word for truth.
It's truth, yeah.
So it's
Verum Rex,
and Misham is.
Like, did you get that?
What?
Misham is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Verum Rex is True King.
Wait, is that Kingdom Hearts 3? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Because
Yasora is the True King. He's mom.
Drew Misham's French name is Joseph Monin, which may be a reference to Monet.
Which is weird because none of these are inspired by Monet at all. We got a Picasso.
Isn't Monet the like rainbow color?
Monet's the pointillism, as far as I remember.
Is that Monet?
I think so. Like the painting that your family has in their dining room. I think that's a Monet.
I don't know what that changes every month. The paintings in there. They're just borrowed from the library.
It's It's
Oh wait, no, that one is one of the few ones they own. Yeah, I just looked it up and I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was right. I was gonna say I've seen that picture
in fact,
at your house.
That particular picture we had in one of my game design classes, because it was used basically to describe pixels.
Yeah, because it's pointillism. Yeah.
So
I was very confused when you said that. that you didn't know.
That's one of the few pieces of art that he like actively owns, so they're always there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a Monet though. Okay.
Oh, I know a thing or two about art.
Listen, I know my my Van Goghs. I know my Picassos. I don't know my Monets.
Yeah. You know your Monets.
This is almost this is kind of Picasso-esque.
Yeah, so I said, we got a Picasso, we got a Monet, we got a Van Gogh. Well, we don't think we have any Monets.
Yeah,
unless that
although it's missing an ear. Wait, no, that's not the point.
Unless that fish is pointillism.
Yeah, I mean, from this far away, this small, it could be kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, but it's not. It's also not in the romantic style because it's not a landscape.
Yeah, pufferfish didn't exist yet.
Yeah, pufferfish weren't invented. They hadn't landed from their spaceship yet.
I assumed it was one of those spaceships that come from inside the Earth. But
the spaceship came from inside the Earth. That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty.
The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Mission would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather.
Yeah, he was the last person.
The last person to write letters.
The postal system only existed at this point for him. We could finally lay everybody off.
Oh, I got hiccups. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings.
Need some sugar? Spoonful of sugar?
Yeah, I just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word?
Trucy, I could show you something that's thick.
No!
It's this milkshake I bought earlier today. From McDonald's. It's super thick.
He spins it, or he tips it around upside down, and it doesn't come down.
Oh, that's a Blizzard. Is Blizzard? No. Yeah?
It is. It's a Blizzard from Dairy Queen.
I was suddenly wait. No, is that the thing at McDonald's? And that's a McFlurry.
Yeah, it's a flurry, not a Blizzard.
I love reading stories about people who worked at Dairy Queen and ended up getting muscle memory from that, and they'd accidentally do it with like a drink or something.
Yeah.
Like just without thinking, they go to hand it to the patron and they tip it over. Because they do it so much, it becomes just a muscle memory thing.
Yeah, if you're holding a cup, you just tip it. Yeah. I bet that's probably why they like. If it were me, I'd have to put it in a carrier because I would forget. Like keep the drinks in a carrier, so I remember to not tip those.
There, yeah. These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one?
I don't know, but his art style is about as diverse as Madarame's. It's impressive.
Yikes.
It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below.
I feel like we literally... That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts.
I noticed. That is weird. That's why we had to talk about it twice.
Yeah, clearly. Eek, Apollo! That's what the body was.
That's not what I clicked, but sure.
Hmm?
That's not where I clicked, but sure.
That's the spot where Mr. Drew Mission passed away. Put the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment...
It's quite a bit of paint on the ground. Also, they said there wasn't poison in the coffee.
See the half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end. Or maybe he started a year ago and was procrastinating.
I was trying to click this table, but okay. Where's the bench?
It's all one item.
How do I? There we go. Okay, cool.
Whoa.
Lots of stuff over here.
Look at these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
That'll be enough of that, thanks. Also, that's Viridian.
I'd love the idea that Apollo is just like very particular about shades.
Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Also, that one color you said was red before, that was actually Cinnabar. What the heck?
Yeah. Come on, Truzy. Learn your freaking colors. You dummy.
Something about the way that figure is posed gives me Zero Escape vibes.
I've seen that pose before in my favorite video game franchise.
Oh, I saw the pose before too. It was by this guy with a mustache.
What guy with a mustache?
I don't know, some German guy.
I still don't know where. Oh, I get it. I get it now. I picked up what you're putting down. Oh, it's you, Apollo. You're the German guy with the mustache.
Please, no.
You're making. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures.
Please, I am a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? They, the Thousand Year Door remake, they changed, Mario, one of Mario's poses before had him, like, outstretch his hand, and they changed it to a thumbs up for the remake.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, it was like a salute, but it was his hand out. It was a salute, but they changed it to a thumbs up. Yeah, like that salute, like.
Yeah.
So this is Drew Misham.
And this little girl must be Vera. Yeah. Yes. They took that some years ago. They look close. Happy little family.
Until you arrested his daughter, you asshole.
Look, I was personally against that, okay?
I mean, to be fair, they weren't a happy little family anymore even when that happened, because he was dead. So...
Yeah, yeah. She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking.
Uh-huh, right.
Scientifically. Oh, cute. Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that?
None, apparently. It's empty.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk?
It's a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. What do you mean? If you're physically buying frames, you can just see it. I mean, maybe she's talking about online shopping. Which, in that case, yeah, that's fair. There's been plenty of times that I bought something thinking it was going to be bigger.
Did you ever buy something thinking it'd be smaller?
Yeah, but that's usually never a problem. Because I prefer things oversized. Like, what?
Snicker.
Snicker. I can't have Snickers anymore. They have corn in them. But yeah, no, I've usually gotten some articles of clothing that are like larger than I thought they were going to be. But it's like, oh, then I got a little extra room.
Is this a journal?
Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is this? What is it, Apollo? Oh, what is it, Apollo?
I can't read. He didn't write the name of the
key.
Oh, yeah, that was you.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah,
I wanted to say
Jinx.
something.
Yomi a ramen.
Snickers?
Snicker. He didn't write the name of the killer, did he?
It's new. He didn't write a single line.
You had me going for a while there.
Actually, the killer wrote the name of the victim. This wasn't a poisoning.
Hey, Apollo,
That was
what's this feather thingy?
All you Death Note heads out there.
Oh, that's for all your Death Note heads out there. I get it.
Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen?
But it doesn't have a pointy end. Well, that's most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific. That's my motto.
Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? More like bold and brash.
More like belongs in the trash. The detritus that it sweeps off the desk belongs in the trash. That's what I'm saying.
This envelope has been opened and resealed.
Thank you for keeping that bit alive.
Been a while.
Ooh, I know how to do that.
I don't think we've talked about envelopes for a while.
Yeah, it's the first time envelopes come up in this franchise. You take a pot of boiling water, then you hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh. The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Why would someone open a letter then seal it again? Also, wow, took as long to get through the mail system as some of my Amazon packages.
Boom roasted. Jeff Bezos, you better be quaking. We're using your platform to roast you. Deal with it.
Listen, he's making more money off of me anyways than I'm making off of him for streaming.
Yeah. So. Yeah. He's definitely making more money off of me.
I'd better hang on to this. I like the way this thing looks.
Yeah, it looks like it's from a different game.
It does. I don't know what game. Maybe like Jak and Daxter or something. Not Jak and Daxter.
Yeah,
I was thinking Ratchet and Clank.
Or like Banjo-Kazooie.
I guess. The circles are a little too perfect.
Yeah. They'd be definitely more like hexagonals. What's all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. It has everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Look how he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. I mean, was it a bit old 7 years ago?
Why would a painter need all this?
From the dust. I say he hasn't used this stuff for years.
This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. What?
That was a bad line reading. From the dust, it looks like he hasn't used it in years. I thought she was like replying to Apollo.
Yeah, to the why would it need this?
Yeah. And I was like, from the dust, you dingus.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. That's how I realized that was not a good line reading. Ooh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin.
Trucy, that's illegal.
Yeah, it is.
This is a crime scene, Trucy.
But these cost like $50 at the book magic shop.
What do? The metal cutting things or half of a coin?
I think trick coins. Is this desk for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? I mean, it looks like it with that stuff. All these blueprints.
Yeah, or an engineer of some sort, at the very least.
Or an Imagineer.
An Imagineer? I don't think he was an Imagineer. It's not the kind of stuff that Imagineers would have. Oh, I love that you're trying to have a conversation while she's on the other side of the room. It would have been so funny if they didn't update the positioning of the camera.
Well, you would have had to talk like muffled, like you're behind us.
Yeah.
I bet Emma could help us out here. I honestly just picked that because I was like, you know what? That's a sore spot for her. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Not as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be the vibe.
There.
Like, that's how I would have talked if they'd let me do that. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about?
Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically?
Oh boy. Trying to trigger there's a lot of characters in these games that are just horny for science. I'm realizing that now.
Is there? Who else is horny for science?
Like in every game I played in this year alone has at least one character that's horny for science.
What did we play before this?
No, not necessarily on stream, but I'm saying like just like. Well, before this, we streamed the other Ace Attorney game, didn't we?
No, we did Ghost Trick.
Ghost Trick. Yeah, there's definitely a person horny for science in that one. Okay. You know me too well. Okay.
Okay, meaning we can get scientific now.
Ooh. You said scientific now to the cadence of Gundam style, and I'll never unhear that. Scientific now. Oh, I suppose just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious, and we'll check it out. The victim. So this Drew Misham was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans too, for what it's worth. Oh, well, I guess this stuff is kind of pretty.
What was it? 52, jeez. Okay, also I hate his eyes. Cute. I hate his eyes.
I do hate his eyes.
They are not the right art style.
I do hate his eyes.
Where's the lights?
But I do like his little turtleneck, and I like his little windswept hair.
He has no eyes. It's just black holes into the abyss.
Yeah. Those are very weird eyes.
It's just whenever these games like have a random character that doesn't fit the art style, Ace Attorney 1, Mike Meekins just did not fit. Like,
like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah, that wasn't one of his illustrations, actually.
Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means?
He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean to anyone? He was always locked up in here in his studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there.
Letters? Do people still write letters?
He sent a vial of you know what in the mail to get someone artificially inseminated to create his daughter, and then they sent his daughter through the gap in the letterbox. That's the implication, because the only way that he interacted with the outside world was through the letterbox, unless he like conceived her through the letterbox, which would be very impressive.
I mean, what if it was parthenogenesis? That is
just by budding. What do you mean, Apollo? Maybe you're right. Maybe they are aliens, like the pufferfish. Like these are all just.
I mean, he doesn't look human.
He doesn't look human. You're right. Like, and just every subsequent like parthenogenesis, they look slightly more and more human. That's why Vera looks the way she does, but she still can't communicate effectively, like, because she's still not perfectly recreating the human experience.
This is just the Eldu noodle joke again, all over again, with every generation adding an ingredient to the noodles. This is just the same thing.
Every generation adding another human trait.
We're just recycling bits.
That tickles me more than it should, to be honest.
I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Also, Eldun's Noodles was in one of the mangas that I've been reading, so...
Oh, nice!
This manga must have been written after Apollo Justice, at least.
It must have, right? Because it's Phoenix Wright, it's the attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't most people use email and stuff these days?
Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, In any case, the only person beside him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer?
The suspect, please.
Yeah, you can't use that, especially in the new juris system. Like, you can't just be referring to the suspect as the killer.
It's your own client, too, so
yeah.
That's also against your
yeah.
own interest, but...
Yeah. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Misham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Mission gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? So this woman, Vera.
What happened?
Well, listen, they put it below this one, so...
They did.
She's Mr. Misham's daughter, right?
Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It's quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside.
That does sound like a scene.
In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside.
Why can't I ever get a normal client?
But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me.
So, about the poison. Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. The poison specifically made for Cusco.
That poison?
That poison.
Ah.
It was found to be in his coffee, right?
No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean?
It means see for yourself, I think.
This is a load of barnacles. That's where my SpongeBob head's on there.
Yeah, we knew.
We knew. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters never go outside and make for good articles.
And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview?
Oh, it's an afro.
What?
I thought he had like hair like how I normally style it, where it's like center part and it's just like swooshing out.
It's only an afro on one side, it looks like. It's a one side afro.
Yeah. I thought both sides of his hair were the same as his right side. Or I guess his left side. Yeah, but I thought it was like just like swept, like it's like windswept for like for the picture, but like normally it would like sit.
Actually, that's just a tumor.
I'm a tumor. That's how he died. Around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And died? She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mission when she brought her father his coffee. That doesn't make any sense. Why would she kill him when the one time in his entire life that he allowed somebody in there? Like, she literally could just do it the day after and nobody would know for months because he never leaves.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be an interesting case.
Yeah, but like it's like that already should be enough to cause like probable doubt.
I mean, if she's smart, then that would be precisely the time to do it then. Because why would she? Like,
yeah, but like,
I don't think that does call probable doubt.
I mean, you're right. Like a prosecutor would say what you said, but like I still think that it would be too risky of a play because, again, like
every murder is a risky play.
Yeah, he was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. There's a reporter who called the police, in fact.
Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee.
According to who? The reporter? Or the dead person? Or the girl that doesn't talk?
Yeah, right? Oh, the girl who doesn't talk. That's the answer. Even Vera acknowledges that.
Okay, but why would she tell you that if she was the killer? Tell the literal one thing that incriminates her. Like, she could say literally anything else. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Also, I don't think the suspects... no, I guess your words can be used against you. But, like... You also generally can't testify to your own trial, so...
Yeah, well, I think the point being, your words can't be used against you, not in favor of you, right? Like, I think that's the stipulation.
No, your words can be used in favor of you. They just probably won't be.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know. Start presenting stuff. So
do you think so, or do you think we should move?
I don't know. I feel like we probably need to X-ray.
So Emma, about this coffee mug.
I hope you aren't trying to grill me for information. You know I'm not talking.
I suppose you are the detective here.
Why don't you two take a look for yourselves? If you find a clue, I might not be unwilling to lend a hand. I think she's going to help us, Apollo.
Let's check out this mug, shall we? Well, I guess we have to look at it first. Oh, what's this?
Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
What? Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue.
Yeah, what is she talking about? Did we miss a reference to
Blue Mountain coffee? Blue Mountain coffee.
When did we get? When was that a reference?
Just now. Because it's a blue spot and it's coffee. No, this stain is probably... better ask Emma. Now can we... God, really? You really needed... Like, it seemed too obvious.
Oh,
yeah, they said they said Misham's on it. They said his name's on it. That's just his signature.
Moshi.
Is that what's also on, That's not on this, right? No, that's a different signature. No. Can we talk about it? No, can we... Probably can show it now.
Gotta present it.
Emma, about this mug, the same thing I said a second ago. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim.
Residue? That's just, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard that there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain.
Are you all fucking idiots? I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma.
Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science? I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So, what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison.
So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug?
I feel like she's just going on like these like sketchy websites where you can buy things for like pennies, and then buying all her forensic equipment from there.
Well, I mean, if her pay is anything like gumshoes, you might just not pay their detectives much.
So it's like, ooh, I just got this new device that lets me hear other people's conversation in the same room. It's like just a cup with string on it. That's right, see? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing.
Certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma'd be willing to help us out a bit more. Emma'd.
You should try buttering up to her, Apollo. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Like a biscuit.
Can I use margarine?
No. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
Certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis. What?
Analysis. You can use I can't believe it's not butter, though.
Well, that's not butter.
Yeah. But she can't believe that it's not. So it'll work for her. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for anthraquinine.
There's no N in that start.
Atroquinine. How would you say that in English? Atroquinine? Atroquinine?
I mean, I can't find a pronunciation thing because it's not a word. But it's made up like incuritis. So
incuritis. Atroquinine. I'm going to say atroquinine.
Sure. I'm trying to see if that's based on real life chemical quinine. She used to treat malaria.
Yeah, quinine. I know about quinine.
And atro's Latin word meaning dark. So
dark quinine.
Dark quinine. It gives you malaria.
Dark quinine, it's the heart's true essence. Atro. Huh. Or it could be atro, because it would be like it's the same root of atrocity. So atroquinine. Atroquinine. No, because then we lose the quinine.
Atroquinine. No, that sounds weird though. You could change pronunciation a little of a root word when you add something else on. Like,
I'm gonna ask my partner.
Infinite finite.
Don't start.
Just saying, it might change.
You're right. Atroquinine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy.
Considering there's no official pronunciation of this word, we can kind of do whatever the heck we want. So,
how?
Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly.
Pronounce.
Emma?
Pronounce. I forgot how to spell pronounce.
Emma.
It's one of those virulent poison, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown...
That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this.
Okay, but she's implying that she didn't test specifically for atroquinine. She's implying that just identifies all poison, and that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, you can't identify all poisons with one bottle.
Because anything's a poison in some degree. Yeah. Like it's a poison when it's when it's something that'll kill you. And
yeah, a lethal dose of something Like regular quinine can kill you if you have too much of it. Doesn't make it a poison. Poison is just medicine, like administered improperly.
I mean, you can also get poisoned by like stuff like you get water poisoning. I mean, poison is just when it's a thing that the dose is going to kill you.
Yeah.
So
I want to try MR. Pretty please.
Poison is a concept. It's not a concrete thing that something can test for just indefinitely.
Toxins, on the other hand, toxins are definitely a thing. Oh, you don't have to ask twice. Sorry, that was me too. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay, let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
Well, you didn't use on this one a suspicious thing, apparently. Ah, what are you doing?
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous.
No, he's just toxic. Tell that to the hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Where do we think she didn't look that we should look? I think it's in the paint.
I mean, it could be. That was my original suspicion before we even said anything. I thought that he just accidentally ingested paint. The door handle? The guest mug?
Well, she said there was none in the guest mug. So.
On the painting that's not finished?
This
one that's not finished. Yeah.
Pen?
Yeah, on the detritus.
Detritus? What detritus?
Brush. On the detritus brush on the little guy and the little goober. On some of those beakers back there.
Me.
Beaker. I appreciate that.
Somebody asked her. I don't know where.
I don't know. I relinquish control.
Fake painting. I don't think there's anything. I think you guys are just wasting my time.
Chair.
On the crime scene.
On the chair.
On the body spot. This benchy thing.
Benchy thing.
The Picasso. The Monet. The apple. What the heck? What do you want from me? This coffee mug? That we know there's poison? Oh.
Is it,
Well, he checked all the suspicious things, so what's not suspicious?
Did you check the drawer?
What drawer?
In that little table?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no way that they just did this and without anything to find.
The picture frame?
Did I not get it already?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we haven't unlocked it yet.
How do you unlock more things in the room?
I don't know.
I feel real dumb. I have the thing open. I'm gonna feel real dumb, I'm sure. You better though too. I did it there.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
It says the tiny frame. That's not.
I don't know. Back out then. Maybe we haven't gotten to that point in the story yet. Maybe we need
That
to
doesn't
like
make
inspect
sense.
it better.
Oh. Oh my god. You are supposed to back out.
Too bad, no reaction there.
That's the dumbest thing. They intend for you to like not find anything and give up. A lot of players like will go a long time before they give up.
Yeah.
I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second.
What is it, Apollo?
Did you spray that little desk over there?
I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know?
Let's check it out, just to be sure.
Yeah,
we were standing
in
in one place, apparently. We just looked over here and sprayed in the general direction.
Vaguely in that general direction. Whoa! Eek! A reaction, Apollo. Whoa! Where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look. Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I've known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case.
Bold.
Did we get it, like... Do we... We probably don't show it to her, but I'll try. Emma, I was wondering if you'd take a look at this.
Oh, look, I'm a detective. A detective. You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay?
We literally just found this evidence with you.
I think you need a little bit more focus in your inquiries. Scientific, even.
Somehow I knew she'd get around to science. I guess we go somewhere else then?
Do you want to inspect it? Maybe there's something to inspect about it? Before we can show her? Because we have to do that with the mug.
Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put a photo inside.
It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there.
True, and that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this?
Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on there, too.
That's not very obvious, Trucy. Yeah, I don't think that opened anything up for her.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Where should we go?
I guess we could just work our way down the list. Because if we go to the Coliseum...
Oh, scrap.
Oh, that's fine.
I was trying to time it. Oh, you here to see Mira Vishram? Yeah, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment.
Medical office? Is she okay?
She's just lying down, said she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever.
Wow, you're such a little prima donna, Apollo. Guess we should come back.
We went to Drew Studio. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you trying?
Why can't we go? Why can't we go to the stadium from here, but we can go from the studio?
Yeah, that was my argument. I was gonna say we go to the right agency first because that's the only way to go to the Coliseum.
No, because we could go to the Coliseum from Drew Studio.
Okay,
sure. That was. I don't know where we need to go then. We've been to all the places.
Did we show Emma everything we needed to show her?
Apparently not. Emma, about this.
Oh, that? Yes. Why, that's a bright red envelope.
She sure is jumpy. That was for all you 999 heads out there.
Oh, jumpy. I like it. Shout out to all my jumpy heads. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed.
No, you just opened them when you talked. Your lips are sealed. That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope?
Sure.
You open your lips. I win.
You mean you're the one that ripped this open?
With your lips?
Please. I would have steamed it open.
But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently.
Now that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering.
Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
Oh, Apollo. Don't tell that to Gavin. You should try flattering her, Apollo. Try a little... They say a little praise can open big doors.
I like big doors, and I cannot lie.
Well, if you want to get a hold of her tool, you better...
Never heard that one, but it's good advice.
You better open her big doors.
Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning.
You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? Has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization. I couldn't even say it. The X-ray spectralization.
Spectralization. Spectralization.
Yeah, it's spectralization. I just said it wrong the first time.
You're skipping like 2 syllables.
Spectralization.
Spectralization.
Spectralization?
Do you see the eyes?
I assume that ZIA sound just said in this word.
Spectralization leaves out the second I. Spectralization.
I thought it was a silent I.
What's a silent I?
I thought it would otherwise be like a spectralization.
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 Oh, that's not the full name.
How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes.
Did you go to college? Can't remember 3 words of something you used for your job?
Can I help you? Atroquinine.
Okay.
That's what Ogcry says is how you pronounce that word.
What word?
Atroquinine.
It's like half an hour ago.
Listen, I never said I had reliable service. I just have service. That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma, please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. All right, let's give it a spin, Apollo.
Yarg! What are you doing?
Oh, I was just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead.
Did you just shoot X-rays to my unexposed head?
Unexposed?
Point that thing at me anymore and it might all fall out.
Yeah. It's literally radiating, yeah. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it.
Literally worse than karma at this point.
Yeah.
Let's just get down to business to defeat the Huns, shall we?
Right, let's test it on a sample first. I just so happen to have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so.
I don't see anything.
Patience. There's no need to get all angsty.
Angsty.
And antsy.
Fancy.
Antsy. Look at this right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the enveloping. Layer view? You got this at the display outside of the enveloping now, you see. Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with for me, would you?
That's not me, that's it. The game did that.
That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something.
Looks like a Minecraft map.
See, that's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh?
Except I can't read them.
Just turn the dial a little more. You have to understand. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that the paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This actual device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer.
Not until you're following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything?
That's why we got onto step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, would you? Rubbing the image? Rubbing? Like going over the image with list while holding A?
Well, now I can... This is the dumbest idea of science ever.
There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little.
Just open the dumb envelope. Why?
Yeah,
Why are we using some machine to see it at a... like... at atomic level to make out the indentations in that.
Yeah.
This is excessive technology.
Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. Just keep doing this until we got the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Neat. Let's do some more. List. Yeah, keep going. No, the other way. The other way.
Is that not enough? Really?
Yeah, keep it going. Okay, let's print this one out. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win?
Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one.
It's okay, there's no need. See, this is a true hidden part of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we?
Didn't they say the envelope was already opened?
Yeah.
Whoa. Gameplay.
Fascinating.
For everybody watching, I'm sorry that this is just too exciting. We'll get to something more boring soon.
Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited $100,000 in the
Wait, we don't know it says this yet.
account. Please send receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Okay, let's print this one out.
Yeah, but this in US dollars, that's like less than $1,000, so.
Yeah. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account. His painting will be really valuable. There's another page in here. Care to take a look? You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
I guess I can't argue with that. You're already committing a federal crime?
Yeah. Here goes with the second page then.
Like, it's not like it's a bigger crime to read more of the mail.
Yeah.
I don't think, at least. Ah. Can you read it yet?
Sign something. Sign this paper and read it. Read the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within and send. The blue really makes it harder to read, ironically enough. When it's like peppered with blue and black.
Yeah.
Okay, let's print this one out. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings.
Doesn't say that. Why all the secrecy, though? And
what?
Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right?
Maybe he had some special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed.
She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it.
Release my mother.
So, Emma, I was wondering. What's the story about this reporter that came here for... What's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime?
I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow right here. I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Brushel? He's after a scoop to sell to the papers.
So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Oh, really strange. Does raise a few questions.
I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could.
Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician.
I thought you're not supposed to tell us about. Okay. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. There is only two magicians in the entire world. The rest are dead.
It wasn't Valiant Grammary by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear.
So he's out interviewing Valiant Grammary. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought.
Here, I'll give you that reporter card if you want.
Spark
Brushel?
Freelance journalist. Yep.
Spark Brushel.
Yep.
We should use the X-ray machine to X-ray the Grammary envelope that's sealed.
Can we?
I mean, I know probably not, but like, if it were me...
No.
If it were me, I'd be like, Emma, this is your personal device. Do you mind if I just use it for like a quick second?
Weren't we supposed to not open it, though?
We're not opening it. We're using the X-ray device to look inside
Excessive! It. At that point, just open it.
We're not opening it. The rule was to not open it. Show him the card, I guess? Hey.
So, a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name was Brushel?
Brushel.
Can you stop saying it like that? I think he remembers him.
He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes.
Could you tell us more about him?
You really could brushel his teeth a bit better.
I get it. What did he want?
A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valiant's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valiant's feet step always forward. That is all.
That's all? Very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for that incident. That incident?
That incident?
In any case, I requested that Oh my god, I don't want to say this wrong. Rapacious reporter remove himself. Did I say that right?
Rapacious.
Rapacious? Rapacious?
Rapacious.
Rapapa the Rappa?
Rapap. You gotta believe.
So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Grimmery.
Valent, someone died. Don't be rude. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators.
What's with the
The
alliteration?
detention center? He does that sometimes.
Do he?
He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Rips it up. Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick.
Sets it on fire. That's it. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
What happened to the big magic?
Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? No? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. I am going to steal the moon. What do you think that journalist was after? And why
I didn't know, but there's a new Despicable Me movie coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that.
I mean, the second one wasn't that great, so.
Yeah, I mean, was the third one any good?
What?
Was the third one any good?
There's a third one?
Yeah, it was like the villain was like somebody who like was like a 90s rapper guy.
I didn't watch past the second one. Like, the second one was eh.
Yeah.
The first one was great. The first Despicable Me is a very solid movie.
First Despicable Me is great.
I haven't seen the Minions movie, and I don't want to.
My niece and nephew were really into the Minions when they were babies. Not so much now, I don't think, but like back then when I was babysitting, that's all they wanted to watch. So I watched the first two on loop.
Oof.
Yeah,
I think the Minions as characters are amusing and Despicable Me, but I think it's always a recipe for disaster when you make a movie centered on the comic relief.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say more? Or?
No.
Okay.
It's just that I watched the first two a lot, but I didn't need to babysit as often by the time that the Minions movie came out. So yeah. I haven't seen anything past the second one.
The second Minions movie?
The second Despicable Me movie.
Oh, you haven't seen the Minions movie then?
I've seen the first two Despicable Me movies. That's it.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Minion movie.
Same.
I don't know if there's more Minion movies.
I assume there is. But yeah. I assume it's like Trolls and they have like 5 billion movies and I've just never heard of them.
Well, yeah, like it prints them money, so why wouldn't they?
Also, hey there, Dragon. Did you say pre-digidestined? He said prestidigitation. It's a D&D spell.
Change into digital champion.
But I will say, the character in season 1 of Digimon, Izzy, I believe was his name. He had a catchphrase. Yeah, he had a catchphrase that he'd always say prodigious, and I thought that they made that up for the show as a kid.
I mean, I'm sure your vocabulary wasn't very expansive when you were a child.
I'd like to think as a kid I still had advanced for my age. But prodigious, I was just like, well, it has like digital, prodigious.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a Digimon reference. Have a good night, Shady. I'll catch you. We'll catch you later. Been a long time since you've been to Ace Attorney stream. Yeah, it has, Dragon. Good to see you. We'll be going for about half an hour more, probably. And why did I do Valent's voice? And why did Valent react like that to this envelope? Envelope, sorry. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Just had a stroke. I don't know why I said it like that.
Whoa. Why did you say it like that? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
Well, we can't, so oh well. God.
Womp,
That's
womp.
so dumb. Why can't you just go there?
Yeah, it's very bizarre, the pathing that this game expects you to do.
I mean, the original trilogy was not much better in that regard. But
yeah.
I'm hoping, I don't remember, I'm hoping 5 and 6 are like Great Ace Attorney and let you just go to any place from anywhere.
It'd be nice.
Do
you want me to voice this?
No, because I think this is Brushel, and I'll do Brushel. I've done hardly any voices today, and I think it's the only new voice I'll have to be doing this case. So.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I know that you just finished voicing Valent. That's why, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, you just voice a person.
You voiced Fable for most of the stream, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to voice anybody else. I would have voiced somebody if you wanted me to.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money, end quote. You can do the guard now, though, so I'm not talking to myself. He's not a major character.
That's fine. That's fair. Yeah, just moving forward.
It could be a different guard.
Let me know.
It's a different guard.
That's fine. It's a different guard. That's fine. I believe it. Just let me know who you want me to voice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to assume you're going to voice them. No, not at all.
Looks like someone's already meeting here.
Maybe that reporter? Whoa.
God, I hate this guy so much.
God, oh my god.
Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's awful. I hate him.
What does he look like? He looks like a Rayman character. Like the original Rayman.
He blinks from the bottom eyelid. Watch his blink.
Like a turtle.
He does not blink like a human. I hate it so.
I was gonna say, why is that relevant information in my brain? It's because we were playing Tales of Zestiria. Which one were we playing? Vesperia? Symphonia.
So, sorry, everyone, you don't get to see that on stream. That's an in-person thing.
Oh yeah, we play games as friends outside of stream.
We do exist outside of stream.
Yeah, we're not like teachers that just get put in a closet and shut down after school.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I almost dated my teacher in Persona 3 outside of school. So.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy is giving me big Rayman 1 energy.
Yeah.
Like a mosquito.
Both him and Drew Misham, both for completely different reasons, do not fit the art style.
Yeah, no, this is unfortunate. His mouth is so big. His teeth were too present. Like I don't know. Like there's too many
his
gums.
Hair,
like the amount of gums.
What is that hair?
Yeah, it looks like a brush.
Well, yeah, his brushable. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it is for what looks like he's otherwise balding around most of his head. That is too much hair on the top of his head. So that is an intentional hairstyle.
Yeah. And then he like brushes his teeth, and he has two other kinds of brushes.
Yeah, he has brushes. He has lots of brushes.
And his quill can also be called a brush.
Sorry, we didn't know someone was here already here.
And he has blush on his face, which in Japanese would be burash. Burash. So,
he also his face is very bristly,
like a brush.
Yeah.
Wow, this is good character design.
God, I hate it.
Whoa! Can you do that again? I don't know what you did.
No, don't do that again.
Tongue out?
There was a nose. He was sniffing.
Oh, he was sniffing.
He was
I wanted to do it again.
I'm sure he'll do it again. You have to watch closely.
I literally PTSD blocked that from my brain. I don't know if I can handle it, but I'm like eldritch horror curious about this.
Clearly, it's going to be a quick animation when it happens. You got to keep your eye on it.
Yeah. I'm just going to watch the VOD as soon as we're done.
Oh, pile of justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You justice? You?
Oh, God.
You know me? His nose got bigger at this angle.
I am upset.
Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witness on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing?
Why is he writing on his arm? Are you a reporter by any chance?
Whoa, you're Brucey. Let me hold on to my man boobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you doing?
My bra's slipping.
Oh my god. Am I famous?
Oh yeah. Brucey Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote.
That's so not true.
I don't care. Also the slow nod. Yep, not true.
Yabba dabba, that true.
Just hold on to your breeches there.
Whoa, you go, big guy.
I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy.
From Rhythm Heaven.
I've played that.
You've never played a Rhythm Heaven game?
I played a demo.
Oh, you would love the Rhythm Heaven games.
I didn't care when I played the demo, so...
The demo is terrible. The demo is such a bad sell for the game.
And I understand that sentiment because I play Monster Hunter, but...
Yeah. No, I'm not telling you to play them, but like... Considering how much you love rhythm games and good music, like it's surprising because like the Rhythm Heaven games have fantastic music. The demos don't show that at all. The demos are always like, bop, 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 bop,
I mean, what's even worse is I got on 3DS and never even touched it. The digital version, I think it's called Rhythm Thief. Rhythm Thief, I think it was called.
Yeah.
And it looked really cool. I never touched it. I have it on my 3DS, digital format.
Ooh.
It's in my backlog eventually, maybe, I hope.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Rhythm Thief. The only thing I remember about that is that it was one of the first games I remember being on the eShop, but that you couldn't buy on the eShop at the time. Like, it wasn't available when the eShop was first a thing.
Huh. Okay.
It was like, buy it in stores. And I'm like, why would you put it on the eShop if I can't buy it on the eShop? Eventually they put it on the eShop. Interview?
So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need, unquote? No.
No! How many times do I have to tell you this?
Nope, I'm putting it in print anyways. I really am.
Yeah. Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him.
Wait, when he does the slow nod, yeah, his whole body moves, but not with the fast nod. I mean, I hate every animation of this guy, but I'm also impressed by the animations.
His eyes are so big. I'm assuming they're like refracted. And like his glasses are just like that high of a prescription. Because his eyes are so big.
No, the opposite. They're actually bigger than the glasses make them look.
That's terrifying. Did you come here to interview the guard?
Oh wee, what a pickle.
God. Oh, he's disgusting.
Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, unquote.
Huh.
I should have guessed. Where are my manners? Nice brushel. Spark brushel. I'm not picky, journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote.
At least he's self-aware.
What's that nauseating, strong mint smell every time he grins? Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what a thrilling is.
Oh, I bet he brushes his teeth but doesn't actually rinse. He just keeps the toothpaste in his mouth.
Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote. By the way, at Crossroads, that's a Phantom Thief reference. End quote. Yeah, Yeah, no, but he also brushes his head with his toothbrush, which is disgusting.
Disgusting. This guy is.
I mean, carrying it around like that is disgusting. And then having it touch your teeth.
Yeah.
I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something.
Oh, you know what he reminds me of? Those little like bobble water
water birds.
The water birds, yeah, like for your office that just like boop,
yeah,
boop.
I know. I think they're just called water birds. It's an Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Me? Let me state one thing on the record here.
Yes?
I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote. Are you end quoting yourself to things that you are just saying now?
Yeah, you're not quoting anything, you're stating something. A statement isn't a quote.
Until it's said again.
Yeah, you have to repeat it. Unless you only, it's like what was it? There was like a character that you were playing that can only speak 50 characters in their entire life.
Allen? Because I rolled him in. What game was that? Was
Yeah, it was their int
Solasta.
Score was so low.
Yeah, I rolled the character and happened to roll a 3 in int, which was the minimum that you could possibly roll, and I was like, I'm not keeping this.
Yeah, and like in lore, that means that they only knew how to speak 50 words.
Yeah, roughly 50 words, more or less.
Yeah, so like that's what Brushel is. He just like he said everything he's said in his life already once, so he has to just quote himself ad infinitum forever.
That's not quite how it works. But...
Okay.
For instance, you think a movie director watches movies?
Yes. Very often. Well, I think he probably does.
Exactly. I knew you'd understand.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm very confused.
Wait, what did he say then?
He's the interviewer.
No, that made that.
The one that asks questions.
That doesn't. No, I don't understand what you meant. Context helped nothing there.
Context helped less.
Yeah, I understand him less now.
Yeah. So the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio?
Oh, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back, end quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but...
You want to know a thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
In 2025, you have to surrender your tickets?
So on your phone, you have to give them your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you need to show your ticket at another place, you can't because you have to surrender it to the guy at the security checkpoint, I guess. True enough. But they don't give normal tickets. But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Exactly. See, it's the same thing.
I'm so confused. What is? Oh, God.
I'm gonna have to cross-examine this thing.
He's so unpleasant. So you went to do a story on Drew Bisham, and he never had a story done about him before?
I kind of envy you that leading up to this, you at least didn't know this was coming. Every time they were talking about him, I was trying to internally not scream.
Oh, that's fair.
This is, like, when I think about Ace Attorney 4... this guy is usually the first thing to pop in my head because of how unpleasant he is.
Oh, that's fair. In my head, it was always Plum.
Yeah, well, you never got this far.
Yeah, like I remember Plum was like the most memorable thing about the game. I didn't even remember Gavin.
That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
Oh, what?
I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew and why I do the interview in the first place? Well, that's a beautiful thing. I make up my sources.
Oh God, if I wasn't looking at the screen, I would have 100% assumed that came out of his mouth.
I mean, it could have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and he'd say it. Like, he wouldn't even hide it.
He wouldn't. Yeah. Like, well, yes.
Integrity? I've never had integrity. Who needs it? End quote.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say I didn't believe that came out of his mouth, but then the end quote sold it.
Look, it's like, oh, I've got it.
Oh God!
Savor this burger joint with fabulous ketchup.
Oh, he's so unpleasant.
You think the burger guy's going to tell me where he got it?
What? At the supermarket, maybe.
I don't think the burger guy knows where. It's the ketchup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you really think a fast food employee knows where there's the burger? They come in a truck. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. Also, I've never thought of the concept of fabulous ketchup. It's ketchup.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Even if you like ketchup is ketchup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, to be fair, I do have 3 different kinds of ketchup currently in my refrigerator.
Okay,
but
I'm not going to eat a burger and be like, oh my goodness, the ketchup on this burger is fantastic.
Yeah. That's fair.
In fact, if I can taste the ketchup that well on the burger, then I feel like there's issues with how much ketchup is on the burger.
Yeah, there's issues with everything else about the burger. Yeah.
I think I may have actually understood that one. Did you?
I did not, but
sure.
I don't know what that means about anything.
I'm not going to try to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, like it's hurting my brain to even try to process it. That's why, like, I've like as a defense
get in
mechanism.
there. I got some dry scalp.
Oh God. Oh
well,
God,
there's nothing I could talk about really. Just a minute, I gotta brush my teeth now.
Oh, he's so unpleasant.
Walls have ears, eyes. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote.
What? Oh. This is a near constant barrage of psychic damage. I don't know what to tell you. This is rough. Wow.
Right. Well, guess we'll leave then. Yeah, but since you're here, we've got like no information out of him, and Paul's just like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I am exhausted after interacting with this man. Like, we've learned nothing. Like, just talking to him felt like the majority of the stream. Like, this dude is so unpleasant.
There are
look at his dumb smile. I can't.
There are politicians that the things this guy says remind me of because he's saying nothing.
Yeah,
he's saying a lot of words that don't mean anything.
Literally zero information has been disseminated. Words were exchanged. No information was shared.
Might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it.
Oh, God.
Trucy's unfazed.
Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it.
She's the only one that doesn't look like absolutely miserable in this experience.
Yeah.
Like, Misham's like crying in the corner. Apollo's like, please, I want to just like quit my career right now. Like, because I have to cross-examine this guy tomorrow. And Trucy's like, I mean, he made a weird comment about my underwear, but...
Yeah. Such a grosso.
Remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup.
Why is he so fixated on good ketchup?
And an article in my tabloid caught my eye. Listen, I put ketchup on all my steak.
Yum, 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 yum.
Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery. End quote. I believe it was.
I'm gonna go take a piece of leftover ribeye from a dinner we had the other day, and I'm gonna put ketchup on it, and I'm gonna put it on the Discord.
I mean, I'll delete it. But listen, sometimes I gotta do the right thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the 2 ways to ruin a good steak is ketchup or cook it well done.
Yeah, no, right now it's medium rare.
Though I can understand I can understand why somebody who eats their steak well done has ketchup with it, because you need something to mask the taste of charcoal.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's fair.
But you don't like steak then.
Yeah, I had my ribeye medium.
That's fair. I go medium rare. That's where I stick. I can understand medium. Medium well, you're starting to lose me. And at well done, I'm like, you don't like steak. Why are you buying steak?
Yeah, well, I can't handle it wet. It's okay if it's like juicy, but like when it's like actively leaking onto the plate,
which is not blood like some people try to insist.
No, it's juices. It's the juices. I get it, but like I'm just like, it's just like I like personally don't like that. Like,
I personally am the type that I'd rather have it closer to rare than closer to medium. But I don't order it rare. I like it medium rare, but if somebody's making steak for me, I'd rather they err on the closer to rare side than risk going closer to
because it's so much easier in your head to overcook it than it is. Like you would like it less if it was overcooked than if it was undercooked.
I think there's only been 1 or 2 times in my life that I've had a steak that was not cooked enough for me. So
yeah.
An oil painting happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. There's the nose.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I hate it.
I saw it. Yeah, his nose gets bigger. Like, I don't know how that's possible.
He's sniffing.
Yeah, but like it expands.
Listen, his entire head looks like it's inflatable. So like,
he does look like a Gumby creature. You're right. He looks like he's made out of
if he put his thumb into his mouth and just blew, I feel like his head would enlarge giant. So
I believe so.
And maybe pop.
That feels right.
And I hope it would pop because I don't have to look at it anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to keep looking at it anymore.
Someone just stole an oil painting of a giant peach. Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote.
Why suddenly...
Burgers can't smell stuff.
Burgers can't smell!
God, do we have to show him anything?
If that was the line you drew in the sand. It's like you're okay with, you'll tolerate everything else he said. Like you'll be upset about the ketchup, but like you'll let it slide. But like burgers smell? Okay, that's enough.
Which picture with the plum are we doing? Which is not a plum. What the heck?
Yeah, it's a peach.
Dang it, I feel like that was a localization choice to call it a plum.
That's a bad localization.
Like, we have peaches.
Yeah, peaches exist. Like peaches don't even look like that. Like, neither do plums. Neither
that
of them
looks
look
less
like
a plum. That looks like artistically what people would make a peach look like.
Yeah, especially now when we have the emojis about it. Like, I get if, like, back then, maybe emojis weren't that big.
But that doesn't look like a plum.
But it doesn't look like a plum at all, yeah.
Okay, well, which one are we doing?
The hidden landscape one?
Hidden figures?
Hidden painting? Yeah.
Alright, let me go on the record here.
Yes?
I know what you're going to say. Brushel, take this, write the brilliant column, end quote. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing. And that's food. I had to understand. What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. So what do you mean you write about food? Why are you looking at this art thing then?
To the other painting then?
No, he doesn't care about them, even though he just talked about this painting.
He doesn't care.
Anything else to show him? No. I don't want to come back here, so I'm looking if we're missing anything.
The less you have to interact with this dude, the better.
I mean, we're gonna have to cross-examine him. He's a witness tomorrow, but
that's gonna be for next week.
Yeah. Okay, no, there's nothing else to say.
Great. Cool. Goodbye, Brushel. See you in a week.
Unfortunately. If I'm still around by then, I might just drop off the planet.
Brushel's your 13th reason why. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out?
Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you.
Oh, what's with that scary face you're making? What is it like you're about to vomit?
And what's with the I know something, but I'm not going to telling face you're got going, Emma, end quote.
Gross. You've been cursed.
Did we get anything new? No.
We didn't get anything.
Why did it act like there was new?
We didn't get any. I mean, we can't even talk to her about the things that Brushel told us because he didn't give us anything.
Oh. Apparently now we're supposed to show the hidden painter now that we've talked to Brushel, even though that didn't update anything, because sure.
That's weird.
This painting came from behind that dresser.
Yes. So?
It was stolen, no?
I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out.
Do you think you could tell us a bit about this?
I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger.
And now I can say why their last name is Misham.
Because he's a sham?
Yeah, my sham.
Like fake?
Yeah.
Like you're the faker.
I think you're the Mishima.
I'll make you eat those words.
I think you're the Mishima around here.
Sorry. I'll make you eat those words.
I really hope they do that for the Sonic movie this year, but I doubt they will.
That'd be very funny, yeah. A forger?
Okay, now where do you want to
go? That really? Is that it?
Oh, we could doctor.
So what exactly is a forger?
Well, they are also called an artificer.
Ooh. Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries.
Although that would be a fun artificer character idea.
It would be.
You make forgeries. You make fake stuff, and that's all you make.
Yeah.
Make knockoffs of existing things.
Yeah, it could be like a Druid's Wild Shape where you can only you can make things, but you can only make things that you've seen before.
Got to give those some kind of upside to it. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You can make anything. Like as long as you've seen it before, you can make it. That's the upside. You can make anything.
I don't need my party now. I made my own party.
Yeah, you make your own party. Yeah, like that's so funny. Yeah, if you have the resources.
I guess though, then you make anything, but it's not quite as good. There's always some backside to it because the forgery. Yeah, it's never quite as good. It's kind of a monkey's paw thing.
It's my D&D character Gifts Aplenty that always gave you all like crappy versions of magic items. Remember that?
Yeah.
They exist. Look them up. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Do you realize? Have I told you that Outcry does that all the time, still to this day?
What?
It exists. Look it up. I'm like I've created a monster. Like
someday you're gonna see a meme about it online.
I know. I'm gonna go.
And then I'm just gonna be like, I told you that it was already a real thing. And
it wasn't a real thing.
And you won't be able to prove that it wasn't because now there's memes of it.
I know, right?
It'll be a chicken and egg situation.
Pleakley thing all over a thing, yeah.
Yeah, but you still don't have evidence of Pleakley.
Well, that's what I'm saying. One day it's gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, "It's new."
It's from the new season.
It's from the new season. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? Trucy, are you an idiot? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. Oh, that's why he never left the house, so people wouldn't know who he was, and he wouldn't get in trouble. Maybe? I don't know. So Drew Misham was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess.
I see. Actually.
Oh. Well, yeah, Paula, what's up?
Oh, nothing. I was thinking you were gonna say something about it. Like, I'm just helping you.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I brought this here in the first place.
What do you mean?
When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you on stage. But not in the case of a forgery, not necessarily anyways. You know what the finished product is going to look like after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces.
Okay, how big is this device that you brought into this room?
it's
if you
like
could fit those paintings in.
Yeah. It's like the size of a CAT scan machine. It's just this giant. You need like a truck to move it.
I just like picture her like slowly dragging this in.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're big paintings. Like I don't know what you'd do.
Yeah, and clearly that closes around the thing you put inside.
Yeah.
So
unless she's like gonna cut a piece of the painting, but like that's not gonna help.
Well, and she's also destroying possibly original valuable paintings because she's trying to figure out which ones are.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is like, probably illegal. So
it's most likely.
I get it now.
Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kind of like how he was drawing when he thought no one was looking.
True, that would be interesting and maybe valuable for our case.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. What's suddenly? Why is Trucy like trying to like do this? Like she's been so
she's hungry.
Adamant about yeah, right. She's been adamant about this butter. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say.
Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. What do we?
Do we present
this? No, we did the hidden painting. We just did it.
Is it the one with the sketch?
It says do this one.
That's so weird.
I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out.
Okay, how do I turn your tool on?
He's got to press L and A and.
Oh, I can pick any of them. Okay, what? This one, I guess.
I guess.
You're going deeper. We're going deeper. Oh, that's the original.
We're going deeper.
There, that is, I guess.
You gotta keep going down.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a cat.
Oh, it's Funyarimpa.
It's Bonkichi.
It's actually a persimmon.
It can also be a hat.
Oh, it's like a tower. Is that supposed to be like Tokyo Tower or something? Like a building?
Why is a guitarist?
Is this Gavin?
Is this the case from the previous case?
Yeah, is this the previous case of the guitar catching on fire? Okay, let's print this one out. I think it's supposed to be. I think it's like a stylistic representation of it.
What the heck?
Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to do for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between the paint and canvas. you could tell if they had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like.
Ah, I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting.
Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that?
Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd.
Yeah, I mean, Michelangelo did that a lot.
He drew things from previous cases.
Yeah. He would paint over his paintings with new paintings, and there'd be nothing like the rough sketch underneath. It's just like, whatever. It's just like, I need the canvas, and I'm not using this for anything. I'm just going to paint something else. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo.
You think we could check out one of the other paintings?
Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you?
Which one?
The fish. It's the same thing.
Looks different so far.
Beep boop beep beep doop boop doop. Ooh, it's like a house. Oh, that's Gael Dune?
No, it's the guy that died in El Dune's case.
Yeah, in the noodle stand? What is going on? Okay, let's print this one out. These are the other cases.
This one too.
What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden.
You think I could just look at the last of these?
Fine by me. Knock yourself out. And then this one, what was the other case? It's the
poker.
Oh yeah, the poker. I forgot all about it.
It was the tutorial
and
case.
The borscht. But... Yeah, the big borscht club. I could go for some borscht now.
I still haven't had it.
I still haven't had it either since last time.
I mean, I've never had borscht. No.
Okay, let's print this one out.
What the heck is all this? These are the only 3 cases I've ever defended in.
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You're sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation?
Drucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Are you not capable of showing them all side by side? I guess the DS screen is small.
There. Now they're both white as sheets. What's going on?
These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on.
What?
The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bull Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then... the events that transpired during the Governor's concert.
What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why?
That's what I want to know.
Wait, is Drew Bisham your father?
Give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you?
Well, so why would that be relevant? Because you know how dads are precognition of where their children are doing at all times. Is that? To be fair, Apollo wasn't even in those places when those things happened. He wasn't even in the place where the guitar blew up. He was backstage.
No, he watched the guitar catch on fire. He saw that scene.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's fair. But he didn't see the poker game.
No.
And he didn't see the guy walking the noodle stand.
No, he just saw... I mean, he didn't even see the corpse there after he saw a dummy there.
Yeah.
So, I'd never even heard of any Drew Misham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But they were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me?
Whoa, to be continued.